You know, I spar with the best, well, according to me, he's the best middleweight in Britain, John Phillips. So that's my sparring partner. And to be honest with you, I don't fear any other middleweight. My hands are good, so I go for a knockout, but whatever comes, as my record shows, so going for it.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage, Chris Rice!
Guys like Dan, they haven't done a lot. They're up to make a name for themselves, and they're a lot of the time the most dangerous fighters to fight. I've looked at my record and thought, well, I'd like to get back to the old Chris Rice and start knocking people out again. I don't know a lot about Dan, so I'm going to have to sort of make it up as I go along a little bit, but I do, plan to try and stand and knock him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts fighting. Please welcome your first contestant fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins, 2 losses. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. Fighting out of Gracie Baja, Predator Swansea. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Lerwell! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 16 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 foot 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. Fighting out of Scarborough, Birmingham, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rice!
Okay, we have a middleweight bout next this evening. Chris Rice versus Dan Lerwell. Chris Rice, a veteran of UK MMA with 23 fights. Pierre, we've seen him many times.
Without a doubt. And like I said, I think I've said it before, but he is just a grinder. He's somebody that's going to be in your face. Any time you get a dominant position, you can bet that you've had to work extremely hard for it. And I tell you what, it just makes for a long fight. However, Lerwell coming out with some punches of his own in the dirty boxing.
So Lerwell coming from Wales, Gracie Barra, Swansea. So we'll have some groundwork. But as well, these Welsh guys seem to come out tough. You know, they really want to have a fight.
Well, that's just a tough country, you know what I mean? They're born hard and bad down there in Wales. But saying that, again, Chris Rice, he's got top position. He's in Lerwell's closed guard off of an excellent takedown attempt. And that might have been because Lerwell was really throwing some leather at the beginning. Came out with a fast start. Thinking that might have surprised Chris Rice a little bit.
Certainly, but like we were saying, Chris Rice really is a grinder. He can really grind out an opponent.
Now he's throwing some effective leather straight down the pipe. He needs to be careful, though. He doesn't want to overextend the arms, and he needs to be aware that Lerwell, if he's trying to climb the legs up high, that may indicate that he's trying for a submission.
So now he's very long-limbed, Chris Rice, which is going to help him when he's stood up like that, firing the shots in.
Yeah, without a doubt, because then it makes your bottom man work a lot harder to try to get his legs up.
Especially with Lerwell being that kind of compact, squat, powerful build.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, though. Lerwell did surprise me in that he came out straight out of the gate pretty fast and hard. And I believe he's a late-minute addition to the show.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like you said, these Welsh guys, they're all tough. He's coming here to fight, and he will put on a great show.
Without a doubt. And here's the thing, from what I've heard from his camp, is Lerwell is always in, really good shape, and he stays that way pretty much, 365 days out of the year.
Now, that's one thing, back to what we were discussing earlier. Mixed martial artists these days, some of the best athletes in the country. They're training, they're doing effective strength training, explosive training, cardio, boxing, wrestling, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. They've got to train so many different elements.
And you know what? When you're not in the gym training hard, your opponent is training a little bit harder. That's in the back of your mind. And again, you have to take care of every facet of the sport because everybody is trying to learn something, you know, more and better than you're learning.
Certainly, and here again, we see them jockeying for position. Chris Rice trying to better that half guard.
Looks like he may possibly pass it. Lerwell did have a triangle on the leg, so might make it a little bit harder than a regular half guard pass.
Some nice ground and pound, nice elbow to the forehead, and he looks to have done some damage.
There was a little bit of 360 action by Chris Rice, paid off with he has a top position, but like you said, maybe because he's so close to the cage, you know, he's gonna, he doesn't have the distance to really get off some nice crisp punches, etc. And also, Lerwell has the option to try to possibly.
That's some good ground and pound there, though. This could be over. That's a perfect shot through the middle.
To tell you the truth, I don't think that he fully recovered from that barrage earlier of the ground and pound.
This is some awesome ground and pound from Chris Rice. This is some of the best finishing I've seen from him. He's throwing a lot of leather. Some of it's getting through, but that's it. It's over.
Well, I tell you what. This is Chris Rice finishing a fight, and like I said, we're used to seeing him grind it out. But you know what? This is a new and improved Chris Rice. He had the, the help of his fans here chanting Chris, Chris, Chris. And you know me, I'm Asian and I love Rice, Rice, Rice. So I was cheering for him as well. A very, very good performance from Chris tonight.
That's probably one of the best performances I've seen from him. Some great finishing, very accurate ground and pound. That's a great win. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. 3 minutes, 4 seconds in the very first round. Winner by TKO in the ground and pound, fighting out of the red corner, Chris Rice!
Chris, what can I say, sir? Absolute great fight. First off, you need to get yourself down the gym, mate. We'll sort it out. Yeah, okay, we'll get you there. I've got to say, I mean, you brought a big crowd. You're always going to be a big fight, always going to be explosive. Came out guns blazing. Did it go how you wanted it to go?
Well, I would have liked to have worked the stand a bit more. Sometimes you just got to take what you see. He came on strong. I could see that he was open for the takedown. Thought I'd at least give it a try. Take him down. I know I'm strong on top. Once I'm on top, it's hard to get me off, so that's how it goes.
And obviously, I mean, I spoke to you earlier on, and basically the plan was to keep it up. Obviously, you've got, big, powerful punches. But to be fair, once it's on the ground there, it's all over.
That's it, yeah. At the end, there was some good, hard, powerful punches going in, although it was from my knees. But, yeah, so I've still got the TKO, but I'll stand there.
I've got to say, Chris, you're a firm knuckle-up favourite. You really are. So you're an actual gentleman, true contender for the sport. Thanks to your fans as well. You've got a great brand. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Rice.